Hi,
Welcome to Ravi Samani.
welcome to all our viewers and very happy new year to all our supporters.
Happy New Year to everybody to make America great again.
Right. So, I think today is going to be an eventful day because Trump is taking in charge of the office. So, do you think,
Well, he's taking charge, yes, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And his promised 100 executive decisions on day one.
right,
Right. Let's see what's in store for crypto, what's in store for S&P, what's in store for the dollar, what's in store for immigrants, and what's in store for Greenland.
right, absolutely. I mean, I'm very particularly interested, especially in the crypto space, because we saw a huge surge in BTC. I mean, crossing 100 post Trump. I mean, I don't know
Right.
if it's coincidental or, I mean, but it's definitely a pro crypto policies from Trump uh, would have some kind of an impact on that.
Right, and there's a promise of that, and Trump has said he's going to make crypto a priority. I don't know what that means, but there's intent, right, and that means something. Uh, and he's also repeated the D word, deregulation, many times, and that's a good thing for crypto participants who generally like a free market.
Right. And not only crypto, I think even the traditional investors would be
Hmm.
interested, when there is deregulation, probably, seeing the BTC upsurge. I mean, definitely there will be some sort of an interest from the traditional investors as well.
Right, there could be a correlation, but I wouldn't say that all traditional market participants are pro free market fully, but I can pretty much say that about crypto.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what about the altcoins? And what do you think that, it's we see a lot of correlations in BTC and altcoins. So do you think that we see more interest in that as well?
Right, absolutely. I think everything's correlated, and deregulation's gonna, I think lift all boats from the demand side.
Right, right. So what about the impact on crypto exchanges, which is very critical, I think. Yeah,
That's an interesting question, right? For example, Binance has had difficulties operating in America. And I mean, if deregulation is a serious business for the Trump regime, I think some of these troubles and this kind of troubles could go away.
right, right, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
and
at the same time, I mean, if riffraff comes in, there could be more troubles like FTX. We don't know,
right, right, true,
which
true.
which which could end up scaring users. So we don't know which way it's going to play out. But I'm generally hoping that you know exchanges will have fewer regulatory troubles with the SEC.
Right. Even in the last regime, the Biden's regime, there was,
Hmm.
support for Bitcoin ETF. I think we just saw that in like,
Right, that
Fidelity and
happened.
some of them coming up with that. Do you think that
Right.
you would see more of, similar products in the traditional market, like BTC bonds, ETFs and all that?
Okay. That there is a BTC bond coming up from Strive Corporation, and what it does is it does not turn BTC into bonds. Let's understand that. It turns, I mean, it doesn't turn anything to anything else. It invests in bonds issued by companies like MicroStrategy, which are heavily invested in BTC. And this is also like a callable bond, right? I mean, it can be converted to equity. based on some conditions like price drop or whatever. Uh, but then, I mean, a bull market encourages all kinds of products, and that's a good thing. The bad thing is, most of them would be wiped out in a bear market, right? My only complaint with bonds is, bond is a limited upside instrument,
Mm.
and that's not in line with a super volatile but long term, uh, pretty much guaranteed upside instrument like
Yeah,
BTC.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's the problem I have with an instrument like
Mm.
this. But I will research more
Mm.
and maybe invest something if possible,
Right,
right? And see how that behaves.
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. It's constrained by the upside. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, well, moving on to the next big thing is the big tech. So what do you
Hmm.
think? That space would be.
Well, I don't think Democrats or Republicans matter that much as far as big tech is concerned. I think ideologically they're mostly Democratic, most of them. But if Republicans are in power, they'll play along, and like Zuckerberg just did. So I don't think Trump or someone else or
Yeah. But do you think that Elon in the play
Mhm.
is gonna impact some of these social media that companies like Facebook and uh,
Well, Elon has to start grabbing some eyeballs to begin with,
right,
and and then worry about then we can worry about whether it has a positive
yeah,
impact, negative impact on other big tech things.
right. So you're still
So
going to bet on Fang, right?
yeah, I mean, Fang, Famga, Magnificent Seven, whatever you call it,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
And I think they're pretty much intact, regardless of Trump or Musk,
mm, right. True, absolutely.
right? I mean, think things can. I mean, the only thing that can derail them is,
Mm, mm,
if Trump's tariffs,
mm,
right? So that could have a negative impact in two ways. Uh, Countries like China and
mm,
maybe some in the European Union can impose counter tariffs,
mm,
which is going to be bad for big tech,
mm,
right?
right,
Second, tariffs themselves are going to cause
mm,
inflation, and they might cause interest rates to stay up,
right.
and that's not good for the demand side of big tech stocks
Mm,
because they've run up expecting interest rate cuts.
right. Yeah, yeah. And
Right.
what about companies that have been invested into blockchain? You know, we also see a lot of Web3 going forward. Uh, you know,
Right. Yeah, I mean they could see surge like tokens like XRP could benefit from deregulation as well as
right?
making America great again.
Yeah,
So uh,
yeah,
uh,
true. Yeah,
yeah,
XRP especially you brought in that point. That's a good one. Yeah,
right.
right. Okay. So what about the our S&P 500? Uh, the traditional indexes.
Well, like we discussed, deregulation is good for business in general if it's real, right?
Right.
So that's good for business, good for the economy, and that should be good for the index. But again, a lot depends on what happens with the tariff side, right? If tariff, but I mean, if tariff threats are real, that could be really punitive for any index.
Mm, mm, right. And what do you think about dollar? In general, dollar appreciation, dollar index. How do you see that going forward?
Again, so the question is with reference to what, right? I would say this: if there is some tariff conflict between America and Europe, I think that's going to cause a depreciation of the euro,
Right.
right? And if there is conflict, trade conflict between America and China, that could have an impact on the Chinese currency. But that's again a managed currency, so we don't know. Uh, the Chinese central bank might even counteract the free market, so we don't know
Right.
that. Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, again, so this boils down to tariffs.
Right.
If the tariff threats are real, I think that's dollar positive in the short term, but that could also be economy negative, right? Which is dollar negative in the long term. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Absolutely.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
it sounds a little self-contradictory, but that's what
Mm.
it is.
Yeah. That's a good one. So I think we have covered pretty much in terms of the you know some of the things that could be eventful post Trump taking the
Right.
office. Um, I think, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Happy trading to the viewers. Please like the content if you actually like it, and share, and don't forget to comment, good, bad, ugly, whatever.
Right. Right. Thank you
And
once
and
again.
we're
Happy
trying to help.
trading. Yeah. Thank you once again. Happy trading, and have a wonderful new year for all of our viewers and everyone. Yeah. Thank you.